So I'm working on this thing. You probably can't hear me.
I used to look out for people. Now
I look out.
You're
Taking my every lane, so
vroom, vroom.
I need to get out of my way now. I hear a car crash.
Used to wind up trapped till I discovered the map. Now
I
I'm
gotta-
love for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningful. I used to look out for
People,
I used to look
out
out
for people.
Now I
Look out for people.
You were like a heel on a shoe that I'm too bad. It keeps
Snip,
selling.
bat, bat,
It ain't
bat, bat,
buying
bat.
what you're selling. It's getting nowhere.
I'm getting
You need to get
out of my way now.
when it's time I hit the
Okay, so I'm gonna check. I have no idea what's going on there.
I used to wind up trapped until I discovered the map. Now I'm no longer covered in red tape, cause I changed up the whole landscape. I used to look out for room. Need to get out of my way now. Discovered the map. Now I'm no longer covered in red tape, cause I changed up the whole landscape. I used to look out for people. Now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningful. I used to look out for people. Now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in
Oh,
the
come
liminal.
on, machine.
Now life is so much more meaningful. I used to look out
For people.
Now I look out for people. You were like a heel on a shoe. I don't need you. Voice in my head, it keeps yelling. It ain't buying what you're selling. It's getting nowhere. Up, I'm getting up or out. Room, you're taking up every lane, so vroom. When it's time I hit the road, I don't wanna take you home.
Broom.
Uh-oh, I hear a car crash. I used to wind up trapped until I discovered the map. Now I'm no longer covered in red tape, cause I changed up the whole landscape. I used to look out for people. Now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningless. Room, you're taking up every lane, so time I hit crash.
So I figure I'm probably the only one here, even though it says there's 4 people. Or there's a couple randos out there. Oh, Charlie computer. I have a capture card. It's coming through, but just barely. And I have a lot of RAM on that computer. Kind of look on the live stream on my other computer monitor that I can see and see if somebody says something. Is my cat. Hi, Countess. Reaper. Yeah, it's not your Wi-Fi, because I see it here that it's buffering. Lou, through the track, even though it's rough, and I'm trying to get it ready for submission for beta. So we'll start at the beginning.
You were like a heel on a shoe that I'm too fine to slip in, and it ain't buying what you're selling. It's getting nowhere. Up, I'm getting up. I need to get out of my way now. When it's time I hit the road, I don't wanna take you home.
Hello, happy pre-birthday, Victoria.
Cause I changed up the whole landscape. I used to look out for people. Room, you're taking up every lane, so vroom, vroom. You need to get out of. Uh-oh, I hear a people. Now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningful. I used to look out for people. Now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life that I'm too fine.
So, so theoretically, of course, I'm out of frame. We can fix it. Ish. A new drink called Hawaiian Blue, a tropical taste. My own alcoholic beverage, which is, what is it? Whiskey. Trying to kind of mellow out from the day. That's the wrong thing to adjust. Yeah, so tomorrow, I'm gonna turn this down. So, hi Gothica, figure out technical issues, and apparently 32 gigs of RAM on one computer and a capture card is taxing. I don't know how my friend Tatro does it. He does live streams. Well, I have I do have lots of plugins loaded on my Ableton, plugins for audio effects and things like that. So it can cause some issues. Let me see if I can play some of my new stuff that I just did in case anybody hasn't heard it. Where did I even put it? This will be on live. It's called Old Country, and then all kinds of weird stuff into it. Yeah, it seems like it would be rum inspired if it's a blue drink. Don't know why, in Hawaiian. Lovely to call you Afton, Gothicas, and happy early birthday. This is the month. Okay. So, actually worked on it all night when I was doing it. It was one of the first few, going back 2 years. What's wrong? Can you guys hear it? Gosh darn it. Where'd it go? Oh, it stopped. Okay, this is the instrumental. We don't want that one. Hold on. And we're getting...
Soul in the new school era. Bet you heard that one. Truth be told, I'ma cause hysteria, so you better run fast, son. Sometimes I just wanna digress and reflect on my progress. Other times I'm depressed, I confess, but it's part of the process. Back at it, I'm back at it. Sometimes I spit this sporadic. Sometimes OG soul in the new school era. Bet you heard that one. Truth be told, I'ma cause hysteria, so you better run fast, son. Sometimes I'm depressed, I confess, but it's part of the process.
Oh, I'm hearing it on the. Why do we hear? Oh, maybe. Echo. I don't recall hearing that earlier. Oh, sorry. It was Victoria, whose birthday was in 7 days. I don't know why I was thinking it was you, Gothica. Afton. Let's see if I turn off the monitor. If that stops. Maybe? I'm about done with this right now. Because I still have to make the thingy. Hey, why can't I see? Do. I don't understand. Live actions, chat highlighter. Love how the chat highlighter only has things that I put. Why? No worries. Oh, well, happy belated, Gothica. Yeah, consider subscribing. Oh. Am I on Twitch? Wasn't expecting to be, but hello everybody on Twitch if I'm there. Okay, I'm going to try moving over my most recent song in case some of you haven't heard it. Where are you? Too many things open. Do not save. This one goes here. Oh, come on. There. Ableton, live sets, live recording, share, properties, sharing, share with everyone, security, edit, add. Okay. So then theoretically, when I go back over here, if someone could tell me if you're hearing an echo, as I am. Totally, Gothica's. I have to look. I thought I looked at your channel recently, but I'll make a mental note and wonder if I can go over to your channel now and just Because I don't trust myself. I don't trust myself. Where's my inner... Don't say that. Okay, YouTube. Gothicas. They should make it possible. Just seems like this is so loud. They should make it possible for you to put little folders on your subscribers. I have so many. On people I'm subscribed to. Gothicas. Come on. And then I'm getting the movie. You know it. Hang on. I'm working between two computers. It's awful. Awful. Horrors, Gothica. It's like hearing a preacher. I don't know why it's doing it, and I have not the patience. Can I turn this down? Hello? 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 Oh, It's going to the mix. I'm not monitoring it. Hey, Pollywog! Just having all kinds of issues this evening. Network. There's my laptop. Oh, of course you can't. Oh. Bob off. It's just no fun. Okay, so I'm going to take this and there's the bridge. Die bridge. Die. I'm going with the MP3. Copy. Go to my network. Go to the desktop. I'm just going to throw you in videos. Go back, and back. And copy. Throw that in there. Go back to the other desktop. And go to videos. Alright. I'm going to play a song because I need a moment. So this one is one that I submitted for Beattober day one, and I really worked all day on it, into the night. And the vocals aren't perfect at all, the music's not perfect at all, but it's just a kind of concept or a rough draft. But here we go if it plays. I'm going to silence my mic so you won't hear me for a bit, I hope. No, that is wrong.
crawl across the midnight air. Candles flicker, something waits out there. Crimson fog dissolves beneath the trees. Secrets carried on the breeze. Windows watching eyes of broken stone. Every corner hums a darker tone. Breathless voices linger, pale and thin. Call me out, invite me in. Shadows in the lantern light. Call me out into the night. Cold hands reaching graveyard sky. Dance with me until we die. Rings of silver cut the autumn moon. Breathless figures hum in ghostly tune. Echo from the grave to your front door. Haunt you deep into your core. Crimson roses whip beneath the stone. Your heartbeat tells me that I'm not alone. Bleeding fragment from my past. Ask me how long can this last? Shadows in the dead of night, calling me into your sight. Let's reach into the sky. Dance with me until we die. Hand in hand through shattered graves, takes the silence lovers crave. Among the stones our vows remain, through endless loss, through every pain. Kisses linger, cold this night, through same illusion, yet hold tight. Even death won't tear apart the binding chains of our black hearts.
Okay, so we're back. I want to see. Mic is in 1, 2. Monitor off. Test, test, test. Okay, I don't know if it works. We're gonna silence the loop back. Test, 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 test. Okay, can you guys hear me? If somebody could say yes, no, maybe in the chat. Yay! Good to hear, Sentry. Getting caught up with chat. If you know, like I know a thing or two about audio, my grandpa was outside broadcast for Massini, and he had only the job to bleep out the F words in one of his songs, only to hear the crowd screaming it, of course, because everybody knows. Thank you so much, Gothica. You're so sweet. And again, thank you, Countess. It appears we are getting audio. Just listening here. Yeah. So I'm going to have to just kind of turn one on, turn one off, apparently. And we should not be getting an echo anymore, if all goes well. Now, that's 1, 2 in. So I want to try playing my Ableton thing here again for shits and giggles. It's still alive somewhere. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to start playing it. I know it's not going to come through. So I'm going to silence the mic for a sec.
I don't need you. Voice in my head, it keeps yelling. It ain't buying what you're selling. It's getting nowhere. I'm getting up or out. Vroom. You're taking up every lane, so vroom, vroom. You need to get out of my way now. When it's time I hit the road, I don't wanna take you home.
Sorry, I gotta check.
Uh-oh, I hear a car crash. I used to wind up trapped until I discovered the map. Now I'm no longer covered in red tape, 'cause I changed up the whole landscape. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningless. Vroom, you're taking up every lane, so vroom, vroom. You need to get out of my way now. When it's time I hit the road, I don't wanna take you home. Vroom. Uh-oh, I hear a car crash. I used to wind up trapped until I discovered the map. Now I'm no longer covered in red tape, 'cause I changed up the whole landscape. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningful. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningful. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people. You were like a heel on a shoe that I'm too fine to slip into. Real is what I want, but you are not, so bye, I don't need you.
Okay. Well, you guys probably still hear me through that. Oh, because I left the mic on. Because of course I did. All right. Let's see. What did I miss? On my Amazon Echo Show, as I made it with more beat, it was sounding less volume than Redmi phone. I'm unsure what you mean, Gothicus. Hey again, awkwardly. Hey again, Fire Mage Joe. Good thing, Sentry. Yes, it is a good thing that you got out your sketch pad. That's another one of my things. I do art, but I don't know. It's just ridiculous. There's never enough time. Never enough. So I appreciate y'all hanging with me while I try and figure out all the technical issues that I would have streaming. Come on. Why is it being that way? Did I lock it? No? Come on, come on. I just want to change the thing. Being an ass. I said the A word. It's true. It's true. Just trying to fix the screen. There we go. Kind of okay. I'm gonna move, and I'm looking at both layouts, the straight up and down and the large one. So yeah, I mean, my whole idea is this in the background is Ableton. Not that you could see me point to it. On the phone sounds better than a small smart device yeah, I would agree. I was listening to it on my iPad. It's, the medium sized one. So I can hear that I'm not at least echoing right now because I turned off the loop back in my audio device. It's a whole thing. And then you deal with two different computers. Like the background image there is coming from a separate computer. So every time I need to interact with that stuff back there, I have to flip over. I have a switch where I can flip over to that computer. So, yeah, it's fun. And then I wasn't sure how I would see chat, but it turns out I'm spending more time on the computer I'm streaming on so I can see chat here. But yeah, on that particular one that I just played, it was me trying to do a British accent, and I was working on, I won a 1-year subscription to an AI vocal app, which allows you to put an audio file in, and then you can choose a vocalist, and it will rework it for you. Because I tried using down pitching, stuff like that, and it wasn't really working. I mean, it kind of works. Kind of sounds like a higher pitched male, but the whole point of it, I was trying to do the thing, So, what's going on with this? Stop. Okay. So, yeah. So I was trying to do that, and I know Isotope has some plugin somewhere, but since I got that 1 year free because I won a contest, I guess I will play you that song. How about that? That's a good segue into that. Where is it? So the whole point of this competition was that Tatro, who is pretty much my guru, my mentor of all this music stuff, even though I started on it well before I found Tatro, he's kept me inspired, and he had a contest where you would take the vocal stems that were AI. So at the beginning in the verse, the soft spoken parts are all AI. So basically how he did that was he typed in lyrics and then played the melody line on the keyboard, and there it was. And then I took that and added my own music to it. So this is what happened. Oh, and then on the heavier parts, that was actually vocal stems from a place called Splice, and I believe those are real people. So for contrast, but really, honestly, if I didn't know the verse vocals were AI, I'd have no idea. Just like with Star Raven, those vocals are freaking good. And so basically, I don't know if they use the same company. Ace Studio is the one that I won a year subscription to. They have really good vocals. So when Star Raven types in lyrics and chooses genre and all of that, those vocals, I'm hoping that that AI requires a trainer, so actual vocalists that actually, I don't know how they do the training, but they have to do a lot of singing. And then the AI makes a model of that and can apply it to any lyrics. And on a studio, those people actually get revenue when somebody uses their voice. So hopefully a similar thing happens with sumo. So here we go. Oh, I gotta change it over. Oh no.
Are you silly? Are you silly?
Well, that explains why I couldn't hear it. Oh, technical issues. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a night. So, how is your kitty, Mittens? Fire Mage, are you still here? Thank you, Reaper. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow, I am going to a horror convention with daughter of New Wheat, Mr. Aoti's daughter. And so we're going to do some filming and network and do all the things. So I hope to have a new YouTube video out of that. Well, one would hope. I've had a lot of issues with tech lately and with sleep lately. Hello, Sunnis. Came back from food shopping for the week and making breakfast. I'm hungry. What do we got for breakfast? Oh, good. It is putting your channel information. I hope that's your channel information it's putting out there, Sunnis. What was I saying? Yeah, so tomorrow is a horror convention, or is it today? No, it's still 10:52 p.m. out here. Get out of there. Ooh. Yeah, so that should be fun. And then also, I wanted to film it tonight. Just a little funny thing from Gothica's. Just a little funny thing. Spoke about cocktails. I was tempting in a beach cabana bar, and they told me I should do all the drinks, and a woman asked for vodka tonic, and they handed her tonic water. They kind of forgot the vodka, huh? And Sunnis says, not vegan, boiled eggs and bacon with toast. Coffee later. I'm down for that. I really want to be vegan, but the carbs hate me. Right now, so probably for 2 weeks, I've lost 6 pounds just getting off the carbs, just eating meat, eggs, butter, cheese. It's really boring, but it takes the weight off immediately. If I go back to carbs, any kind of carb, all my joints swell up and I put on weight. It's immediate. However, unlike most diets, if I go back to eggs, meat, cheese, butter, it all comes right back off. And since YouTube, I think I've gained about 30 pounds. So, can't be vegan because protein is much needed for, yeah, exactly. Food allergies. Sunnis, yeah. That is, and I'm not sure specifically what is causing it, but it's anything good. Potatoes do. I mean, when I'm not trying to cheat, but I'm trying to be good, I'll have In-N-Out burger. So you get the bun, you get fries, and that doesn't inflame me too much unless I have it like 2 days in a row. And then rice, anything good. Sorry, it just frickin', it bloats me up. So I totally know what you mean, Sunnis, and I have to actually get more protein. Protein and fat. So they've suggested eating like, a stick of butter is a bit much, but butter actually does help. What's the word I'm looking for? The word that came into my mind, it's not that. The hell is it called? I can't think of it. But actually eating like butter as a snack actually helps me. It reduces my inflammation, unfortunately. And I was vegan, and I kept trying to go back. The biggest issue with that is my husband will not eat vegetables, so it kind of like reduces. You end up having impossible burgers all the time, which is carb wise no good. Let me catch up with chat. Gothica boils eggs in green or black tea and reboils them again and puts them in vinegar. That sounds like it could actually be good. Same with bread. Yeah, bread. I love bread. Bread hates me. Century says, my naughty breakfast is hash browns, biscuit, bacon, and fried eggs, ketchup, and bust up the yolk of the egg and rake it up with the biscuits with a side of juice and coffee. Yeah, juice will like totally trigger me. But what do I do? I freaking love potatoes. It's so bad. They're so bad. They're bad, but I love them so. Hash browns. Oh, it's awful. I love eggs Benedict. Yeah. Nuts. Yeah, I can get away with macadamia nuts. I can get away with pretty much that's it. Oh, pistachios I can get away with. No, I was looking at my own website stuff. Okay, I don't care about that. I have a video with no meat, McDonald's style nuggets. I mean, I love a lot of the vegan stuff that's out there. Once I get down to my goal weight, I would like to attempt to go back to vegan. If inflammation wise, it will work. The problem is I would have to keep it under so many calories, whereas with carnivore I can eat and eat whatever, and it really has no effect on me as long as I stay with meat, cheese. And I thought that it would be bad because I was a very staunch vegan supporter, and ethically that's where I'm at. However, health wise, it doesn't cause any issues with my cholesterol. My blood work was as healthy as it has ever been. Inflammation and stuff goes away. And it's the same with Mr. A. Hey, I hear Mr. A like stirring back there if you want to come by. Eggs are great. Yeah, eggs are just, they're good food. Hi, Draven. Hello. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Oh, Reaper, you're going to have me with these. Another fave is fried potatoes with onions and eggs. Occasionally we'll add a red bell pepper into it, season with pepper, and serve with ketchup. What I've done with ketchup is I found a sugar-free ketchup. So when I cheat, I don't even need it unless I cheat and have my fries. So then I have my sugar-free ketchup. It's still not great, but it's not as bad as the regular ketchup. And flavor-wise, it hits the notes I need. You know what I love is truffle ketchup. The secret is in the sauce. I agree, Gothicas. Ketchup with stevia. Yeah, could do that. You know, the whatever it is I get, they use stevia and they use some sort of sweetener that is not sugar. Because it is semi-sweet. It's not like it eating tomato paste or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what brand. It's like native brand or whatever, but who knows what you have over there. But yeah, you can throw a little stevia in there. And I forget the other So it sounds like you're kind of on the same kind of wavelength with what we have to eat. Son is. I'm a ketchupaholic. That is what some of my friends call me. Almost everything has ketchup. If you are playing in Ableton, I had to check it out. Well, I tried to play in Ableton, and Draven, if you know anything about the technical aspects of it, I have Ableton is on a separate computer, and basically, even with the capture card, it causes Ableton issues. I've got 32 gigs of RAM on that computer. It's me. I'm sure it is. But Draven, in honor of you, I will play what you see back there just for a moment and understand that the vocals are not mixed. And a lot of things are not done on that. But I'm trying to, if you're interested at all, if you work in music at all, we're doing a thing with Tatro, Taetro. Did I put, let me see if I put a little. T-R-O. Did I put it? There you go. Beattober. So for Beattober, we all try and create beats, one beat a day, each day of October. And me, of course, I have to be a glutton and do a whole song, which causes me lack of sleep and everything. But I do use the shortcuts like, what do you call it? Splice. Because basically, if I went, I have so many keyboards. I wonder if I could even show you guys. I have so many keyboards, so many software of keyboards. If I went through it all day, I can play pretty much anything I set my mind to, whether just live or program it in. However, it's easy for me. I have a song idea. I know what key it's in. I go to Splice and I find a bass line, maybe some drums. I don't even mess with drums. Because I like to just use samples. Drums ain't my thing. Vocals and keyboards are my things. And when I actually have time to do it, I will play. I've actually done lots of string, what do you call it? String, string things. I love strings. Anyway. Without further ado, as Reaper from Century Countess says, let me just fire it up. Hang on. I'm going to mute my mic.
You are like a heel on a shoe that I'm too fine to slip into. Real is what I want, but you are not, so bye, I don't need you. Voice in my head, it keeps yelling, it ain't buying what you're selling. It's getting nowhere, I'm getting up and out. Room, you're taking up every lane, so room, you need to get out of my way now. When it's time I hit the road, I don't wanna take you home. Room, uh-oh, I hear a car crash. I used to wind up trapped until I discovered the map. Now I'm no longer covered in red tape, cause I changed up the whole landscape. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the limbo. Now life is so much more meaningless. Vroom, you're taking up every lane, so vroom, discovered the map. Now I'm no longer covered in red tape, 'cause I changed up the whole landscape. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningful. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningful. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people. You are like a heel on a shoe that I'm too fine to slip into. Real is what I want, but you are not so.
Yeah. So the annoyances of trying to stream from this computer, moving content from the other computer is fun. But thank you so much, Sunnis. I really appreciate it. And yeah, so that is unmixed. So that is me trying to speak British. What was it again? I used to want to. Can't even remember. But I was caught in the liminal. It's up to you a long time ago, but only got shorts. And I saw the ghost on. Oh, thank you so much, Gothic. That was a fun video. And I do hope to have a. Thank you so much, Draven. I do hope to have a video up for the horror convention Tuesday. Fingers crossed. I'm trying to do Beattober. So Beattober is, gosh, all right. I have to look at one of my posts because I'm useless right now. Let me explain what Beattober is, because it is important. It basically is a nonprofit that helps underserved communities gain access to all the software needed to record music. Where am I? Oh, of course. Hang on. Just bear with me. I wasn't planning on going live tonight, but I wanted to just test it. Oh, good God. I should just read it off the other one. Would that work? Don't know. Let me try it at this point. Hang on. I just don't have things on this other computer that I'm streaming on. Yeah, why not? If I speak, it should hear me. So Beattober. So Beattober is in support of the Music and Youth Initiative, a great nonprofit that creates accessible, sustainable, high-quality music programs in underserved communities so that every young person can experience the magic of music. So I did not participate last year because I was a dork and just couldn't get to music. And this year I'm really trying hard because I actually have a music channel, AOD Music. Yeah, I think that's what it's called on YouTube, but I have some of my songs on there. I have some of my songs on Apple Music. I have some on Spotify. They're basically the same set. And, but I'm doing it just because I love to do it. I'm not trying to really make money. I haven't really worked it like I'm trying to now. Yes, it is a fabulous project. And Tatro, if you want to learn how to make music on the cheap even, there are free programs around that, you know, you could do it on fairly low nothing. I'm going to do a studio tour of what I've got, and I've amassed these things over the years. I actually have been doing this on and off since the 80s. My first keyboard ever was a Roland D50 used by Duran Duran. Sure, SM, yeah, and a Focusrite interface and a bunch of programs. Yeah, exactly. If you have not checked Tatro out, he's my mentor in that you can submit songs to him. He gives good advice. The community there does not like bash you for any reason. So all levels of skill. I don't know what your skill level is. Mine varies. I'm sloppy. Is what my issue is. If you can probably see from that screen behind me, I've got a lot going on there that probably doesn't need to happen, but I throw it all together really fast and I will create a song and I'll throw it out there and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to come back to that and redo the vocals. And well, I am going to redo the vocals before I actually submit this one for Beattober. But if you follow Tatro's channel, he will be going live all throughout the month of October. You can win things. You've got a mic and Focusrite interface, bunch of programs. Why not do a beat, Draven? Give it a try. If you haven't joined that community, when he does stuff like this, it's all free. I pay $9.99 a month for special videos and things like that. I've been supporting him for ages, but he's good. He remembers you when you show up. His advice is spot on. So just humble. What was the word? I heavy hand stuff together and it kind of works. And I recorded a lot of stuff today because basically with that song that I played, the one showing behind us, is I had a beat, just the drum beat that's in purple there, and I had some old vocals that I had done, and I had lost the samples because I stopped, I didn't write them to audio, and I stopped doing. It's more a space issue that keeps me from it. Yeah, you can never have enough space though, Draven. Seriously, I've tried to make, if you watch my video, I'm hoping to have it up next week. Square footage wise, it's just this. I have a desk and this over here and that right over there. And I have a lot of things. Wonder if I can move this. I don't even want to chance it right now, but I have a Korg, I have a Micro Freak, I have a launch key, I have the I forget what everything's called, a lot of Native Instrument stuff, and an Ovation launch control. I have a machine. Ooh. Stop. But yeah, really, if you have the free version of Ableton, have you worked in Ableton, Draven? I assume you have. Ableton has its own audio and instruments. So really, you need the computer and an input device. You could use your your typing keyboard, really, but no, I ain't gonna do that. I wish I could afford a bigger flat so Trevor and I could have a proper hobby and crafting space. Yeah, no, it's like, well, what do we have? We have a 2-bedroom here, and all my all my stuff's downstairs, and I used to have a studio up in the office, and that has now become Mr. A's den and whatnot.com thing. And yeah, so I took the computer from upstairs, which I had written all the things like a year plus ago, down here, and now I'm using that as a streaming computer. I still have all the files. And I want to revisit all the old stuff, update it, eventually get it released. Yeah, it's just, it's so expensive everywhere. It's like, but, you know, I guess having little space makes you more creative. I've, and that's the other thing, I have to do a tour, right? But, so those are upcoming. I keep meaning to. There's just never enough time. Sunnis, I think you know. It's like you work, you get to our age. One bedroom, kitchen and living spaces open. And open solutions do help. Like down here, it's an open solution. It's a living room, dining room, kitchen, and upstairs is 2 bedrooms. And our sleeping bedroom is little, and I took the larger one, and that was originally the music area and anything creative. But yeah, it's like I've been trying to rethink it to conserve space. But when you do crafting, you actually physically need space. Things that are electronic, you can kind of get away with if you have one input device, you know, so you've saved space there and everything is software. But yeah, when you work with physical stuff, it's a lot more difficult. I have a kitchen table in the kitchen, and that is where things rest. We don't eat. We eat on what do you call those little TV trays in the living room, and yeah. I mean, I do have floor space still, yet. Our closet situation is awful. That's why I have all my clothes down here so I can actually get to them. And yeah, I mean, it's not a tiny place, but it's not huge. Um, and then we had the opportunity to move to like a 3 bedroom plus a den. Now that's like, probably at the end of the day, like 500 to 800 more. Not worth it at this point. I think that, yeah, the kitchen table catch-all. I'm gonna lower this desk because I've been standing for a bit. Hopefully nothing crashes and burns. Will anything crash and burn? The camera needs to be ready. No! Yeah. Kitchen table is not a kitchen table. I had a boathouse. I'd love to live on a boat. Top floor spoke Italian, and they threw us used, dirty items and spoke very weird words whenever we opened the only window in my old apartment. That sounds. Oh, a boat house, not a houseboat. Okay, so not as amazing. Yes, I can't wait to see what you've done with the laptop table. I love the little window to your side. I don't know if it's left or right, but that one day where you did the live stream and your camera is really lovely and the audio is good. So I'm glad that you're investing because I think you can really take this to the next level. And I don't know how you do it's just like Star Raven. I don't know how you do all you do, Sunnis, but you know, you're an inspiration. I don't know why it's so difficult to do things. I think mentally I'm spread across too many things, and then I get anxiety, and then I watch YouTube, which is good because I I also want to make sure I catch up on everyone's videos. Yeah, let me put that up there for you, Draven. It will come up right now. Come on, TA. Why does that look wrong? It should come up. Yeah. There you go. It's Tatro at Tatro. Just tagged the sketch I did on the stream. Hang on. Where'd you tag it? Lame. I'm lame. And I have to go to my other computer. I have to set up all my social media on this one. So I keep trying to go to the other screen and it's on the other computer. Hang on. Hang on. Actually, well, no. Why don't I use... Where's my phone? Hang on. I got you, Countess. Hold on. I assume Instagram? Would you like me to show it, Reaper? Is it the unofficial Joanne Fabrics? Wait, hang on. Hang on. Hang on, yeah. The unofficial Joanne Fabrics gown? Sure? Is that what you were talking about? You did that just now? Okay, where's my camera? Can you see this? That's an amazing sketch. Okay, it's backwards for me. I have to turn it the other way. Can you see that? Sure, yep. Yep, does that mean you can see it? I love that. I sketched this while listening to some of Awkwardly Got... Oh, thank you. I can't even say my own name. Awkwardly Gothy's music on her live this Friday evening, October 3rd. This is for a big project. The fabric, pick 3, is a replica of a design from a gown worn by Medici. I'll never be able to say that name. Medici is how I say it. Who is once a powerful family. So that's picture 2. Come on. There you go. You can do this. Come on, back. And then the AI wants to kick in. Stop. See, the fabric was once it sold at Joann's, but you guys know it went bye-bye. But Joann survives through Michael's, and some of their fabrics ended up on clearance. Guess what fabric that was? Yep, the Medici fabric. We are making it not with an Italian bodice, but the European style, which is pick 4, 2, 3, 4. So that's that pointy up. Let's see. I can do this. I can do this. European style. I can't wait to see what you do with that, Reaper. You are so talented. That's another thing I have not... Medici. Medici? Is how I say it. Who knows who's right? We know what we're talking about. That is cool looking, says Draven. Okay, hang on. Countess is so avant-garde. Yes. Very creative, says Sunnis. AI. Behave. It won't. It does what it wants. Yes, very involved project. I agree, Draven. In an Italian accent, which I will never pull off. So, are you Italian? Now I can't remember your name. I know you're Gothica's, but you had a very unique name. Oh, help me out, Gothica's. I'm so sorry. Medici. Medici? Is that correct, Gothica's? Afton. Afton. Yeah, that's a very like unique name. We don't have any Aftons out here. I love that though. Perfect. Medici. Medici. Which one is the accent on? Is it Medici? Medici? Should I try? You said it perfectly. Medici. Afton in Swedish is evening. Finner? Word. Oh, I will not be able to pronounce that. Reaper from Century Countess says, I just hope it's enough fabric. It's 7 yards and 3/4, if I heard right, with no chance of it coming back because it was in clearance. So for safety precaution, no train on this costume. Well, I only knew of them from Assassin's Creed. Draven. I'm going to try and open the Dance With Me Until You Die. The original version, I've already started to redo it and see if I can pick it apart and see how it actually behaves on the stream. So you guys are my guinea pigs. Hope you're here for it. Save this guy. Save. And I really do have to finalize that so I can get it submitted. Open recent. Until we die. Where's Beetober day 1? Oh, and that's my other thing. I have like version of a version of a version of a version of a song. Because I work fast and I'm sloppy like that. This particular one, everything is just outside of groups. I eventually went back, grouped everything, all the different instrument groups, and made sense of it. This one, when it opens, is just going to have everything just raw, just sitting in there. But for those who don't know, yeah, see how long it's taking to open? So each one of these, I don't know if you can see the cursor, but like it says Splice Bridge, that's actually just the audio if I use that program. Then here's a music group, and within music group you have drum and bass. And then, so I put, well, I didn't on this version of it, but I have to put all kinds of stuff. Let's just put it that way. So I've got, drums, bass, guitars. Where's guitar? Guitar, synths. I have so many virtual synths that how does everyone keep track of where anything is? For me, it's easiest to work in Splice because if I know the key, I'll just open up Splice here. Right here, if I know the key and I know the genre that I want and the instrumentation, then I can find the sample. So if I click on this, right, it's a Juno loop. Okay, great. This is an A minor. It's looking at synths. Okay, I guess that worked based on what I heard on my iPad. So it's a very simple way for me to audition sounds, because if I went through all my native instruments alone, even just native instruments, software, it's like I want a sound. I don't know what the sound until I hear the sound. so many of it is arpeggios, and that's one finger, you know. So it's not like it's really like I'm auditioning sounds, but when I'm working on a thing and I hear that the timing and the arpeggiation and the chords and everything are correct, why not just grab it? So sometimes I feel bad about it. It's like, oh, well, purists will say, you know, you get in there, you get a sound, and you actually make your own sound. Let me catch up with chat. It will not work. Count a second to see it. Oh, it will work. Yes, thank you, Sunnis. I have Sicilian blood. Her surname was Incravalia, meaning lives, where there's a murder of crows. I don't have that much patience. I forget what I was talking about. Oh, was it anything I was talking about? Oh, patience of looking through like synth patches. You know, if we could go back to the days of the Roland D50 and the MT32, Roland D50 was a bitimbral keyboard, so you could only play two voices at once. And then I got a sequencer. So this was back in the 80s, maybe 84, 85, I don't know. And so you actually had to work with MIDI and sequencers. And and then I'm like, why can't I put, you know, multiple patches into the sequencer? Well, it's, the keyboard's bitimbral, so it only has two. You know, you could do a voice on this side of the keyboard and this side, but that's about it. I'm like, well, how do you get around that? Well, you get this MT32, which is multi-timbral, MT. So I went for that, and so it allowed me to, I really, honestly, if I think back of what I've recorded in the last 3 years from the 80s, I've recorded so many more vital, valuable, what's the word I'm looking for, songs than way back in the day. But I guess that time period was important just to get my feet wet and understand concepts. But yeah, I eventually sold all that and got away from music, and then probably, I think I wasn't actively involved in music to maybe, I would say, 2010. Thousands of synths, 16 tracks, blew my mind back then. Yeah, it's like now we're just like, how many tracks can I have? I can have so many. I've never run out of tracks, but of course, you know, the computer slows down and it will only do what it does. And the what do you call it? The what I really hate, and it seems like it happens very simply or very easily, if I have native instruments and I play a patch, and if I don't freeze that, and even sometimes if I freeze that patch and I want to do another instrument, what's that word I'm looking for? You know, I'll play it, but you won't hear it till later. I say the word all the time. Anyway, so you can be playing and you can't play in time because you don't hear it, you know. God, what is that word? Draven, can you help me out? Yeah, so even with like 32 gigs of RAM, come on. Jeez. You know, how many tracks can I have? 8. How stout is your computer? Exactly. She threw those away. What did she throw away? To get back at him, I told his mom newly printed shirts were too scary and she threw them all away. Fade in. No, it's actually, if I look at it, it's in the preferences. I think it's something that starts with a D. Latency. It actually starts with a L. So latency. So that's the time it takes from when you press the key to when you actually hear the sound. So what was I going to say? So basically, if you look at this piece, it's got a hell of a lot going on. And then when I record my vocals, I record the main vocal, 2 doubles, and then usually, God, I don't even have these labeled. I think that's funny. So I'm going to go with second chorus because I know that that one was vocal heavy. Get in there. All right, so Vox, chorus 2 Vox, and I didn't bother to label them. I know that's my main. Those are my 2 doubles. Then I've got harmonies. So if I just say, right, let's see what this plays.
Shadows in the dead of night, calling me into your sight. Cold hands reach into the sky. Dance with me until we die.
So yeah, that was just, a main, 2 doubles. I think it was high and low. It was probably low harmonies, left and right. It's just like and then with recording vocals, you think it's like easy. It's like, oh, I'm sitting here singing it. But as soon as you sing something with like an inflection down or up, it's like, no, I should have just sounded it out straight and not went down or up at the end of that word. And so I drive myself crazy with vocals. Sorry, catching up with chat. So much for hanging out with me. Put a like on the stream. Fade in. Okay, so is probably about latency. Gothicus. I thought you were recording live in a studio, not digital. No, it's digital, but I have a Model 12. Well, everything you see on there is all digital. I would love to, but then again, I probably messed that all the hell up. What do I know about soundboards? I do have a Tascam Model 12, which allows me to bring in audio from keyboards into Ableton. And I can use like just one MIDI keyboard to control multiple physical keyboards. Or there's virtual instruments I have up the yin-yang. It's ridiculous. Solid vibes, dance in graveyards, yes. Recording vocals is a pain. You have to be sound aware too. So sound aware. And the problem is I always rush myself through my vocals. It's really terrible. And there's so much cleanup you have to, for someone who vapes, lots of cleanup on the vocals. I'm gonna leave soon, have things to do, and need to record a bonus video. Was tagged in one by Lady Rowena. Plus, I want to try the green eyeshadow palette. Yes, we got from Gothic Beauty. That's going to look so good on you, Sudis. In Malta, from where I was born, they made a post. Goth Lady vocalist wanted. That had no more info than that. Son, I can't wait for your video, and apologies in advance if I'm behind. I just, this live, I guess I needed to just kind of chill and not work on something, but as soon as this is done, I have to finish that other song and submit it because I have to. There's no law that says you have to submit one song every day for Beattober. but I'm trying to keep up. I set the bar really high. So, Draven, I hope you at least tag along and check it out and see if that's something you'd be interested in. It is a very, very nice community of creative musicians in all genres. Tetros started out as kind of like a lo-fi, but I do all my weird music there. So I'll do one more song and then I should sign off. So, because I've got that horror convention tomorrow. This is a song I wanted to do. Babylon. It's been a while. So this is the first song I recorded in ages and ages. I recorded this about 2 years ago, and it was my first time back to Ableton. I want to say since, I don't know, 2011 or something like that. So I'll play this now. I gotta mute the mic, because yeah.
in her name. Babylon.
Yeah, I think that's one of my most gothy tracks. I don't want to say Susie Sue, but but that's what I was thinking when I wrote or was singing it. The lyrics are really inspired by the Gothic Mass, but from Ordo Templi Orientis, especially at the end. But yeah, it was just a fun tune. I enjoyed that. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Voice sounds like an 18-year-old. I don't know about that. Far too long. I wonder if I could play a weird song. Too many times a mermaid. Oh, here's one. This is my cover, and I don't know who knows of this song, from Duran Duran of The Chauffeur. I'm gonna play it if I do that. Just in case I get a copyright strike. Play much more of that, but I did find the other weird one. Stop. Not that that's anywhere near as good as the original, but yeah, that was fun to play with. This one is. I did a song from my friend's poetry, the Motorcycle Boy Rides Again, which William was very happy with. There was another song he wasn't, so I'm not going to put that one on. But I will give you guys a sneak peek of this reggae one I was working on with some of his poetry. It's called Too Many Times a Mermaid. I'll play just a few moments of it probably. We'll see. But I actually, I have a, what is that thing called? Where is it? Oh, I always forget what this thing is called. I want to call it a harmonium, but it's not. Harmonica? No? I don't know. It's this thing where you blow into it. Keyboard that you blow into? Come on, Draven, help me out. It's got this little freaking thing. Whoop. Whatever it is. Anyway, I use that. I love the sound of it. So here we go.
Soap shavings and picante, shoes worn, laces shredded. The braids in her hair were tight and symmetrical, like the tank top that held taut her crooked breasts. Bracelets of leather, camel hair, copper wire, and ocean glass rode her left arm. Tattoos the right. Her hopes of love, like beer, poured onto searing asphalt, stunk. Her severe substitutes are piercings in her navel and unmentionables, the pain of so many unkept promises, the side effects of her own promiscuity, and longing for a lack of commitment. Too many times the mermaid, too many times the fool. So many years I searched for treasure, never laid eyes on a single jewel. Too many days out at sea, too many nights I cried to the moon. So many memories of ocean.
Okay. Later, if you like, listen to my haunted hospital story or just refresh with a Cleopatra helping meditation video. Or even play with a dolphin with meditation. I will check out your channel, okay? No, don't apologize. I need to check out your channel. I could have sworn that I subscribed, but I will look once I'm off of here and I will leave you notes. Thank you so much for being here, Gothikas. Afton. Did I get it right? Ghosts are watching, ghosts of you. So what am I going to end on? I think I'm going to end on reaction. Me, it's not in here? Oh, there it is. All right. I'll be back.
The clock is ticking now. The moon is full and I won't be let down. And when my hunger strikes, I hope you'll be around. The night is young and so are we. Let's take a trip to find some reality. I'm hungry for reaction, furious, burning passion. reaction. When my hunger like it ground. This game I play, I won't stop, I won't back down. I'm grabbing dreams voraciously. My hunger knows no bounds. No one lives forever. Hunt with me evermore. We can fill our thirst together. I'm hungry for reaction. Furious, burning passion. Searching for my assassin. Strike me fast and deep like an arrow to my heart. Reaction. I know your tricks, you know my game. So why do you act like you don't want it the same way I do? Lost in the state of this desire, my cravings won't recede. I'll catch you in the darkness and be the one to set you free. Yeah, free.
So, hi, Star Raven. I'm about ready to sign off because I still have yet to work on. Oh, I gotta turn this off. I'm dealing with all kinds of technical difficulties. That behind me is Ableton that I use to create all my music. I just spoke about the video notifications not showing up. Yeah. The resident driller? Who's the resident driller, Gothicas? Draven, this track is awesome. I have to call it a night. Yeah, 3 a.m. is coming fast. Well, I hope you follow Tetro, Draven. If not, I am going to try and do some more lives throughout some part of October, Beatover. And thank you so very much for coming by. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I've got to kind of call it a night too, because yeah, this back here is actually Star Raven. If you're here, I'll show you my layered vocal really quick. That is actually on a separate. Yeah, hold on, hang on, come here, come here, come here. Wait, will it play?
Shadows in the dead of night, calling me into your side. Cold hands reach into the sky. Dance with me until we die.
Yeah. Well, it's very echoey, very quiet. I just give up. It's like, come here. Mr. A is here. Say hi to Star Raven. I think she can hear through here, maybe.
How to do?
Oh, and I just ended up way back in Gothica's Good Night. Okay, I'm trying to catch up. Okay, so Draven had to sign off. I'm very quiet. Can you hear me now? Help me, Star Raven. I will relate the message to him. He went out for a nasty cigarette. Better. Okay, yeah. I mean, so what's behind me there is from a different computer, because if I try and stream from the same computer that is on, it just tanks it. So the idea was I could actually play around in there, talk on here. Yeah, it's I have you on my PC. Dungeon Keeper. So I have some things pre-programmed. Greetings, Star Raven Dungeon Keeper. Anyway, so yeah, so I have audio coming through on one computer and audio coming from the other computer, as well as a capture card, which is what you see back there, to my software. So it's yeah, it's a process. Please add all of my friends' channel Star Ravens Terror. Yeah, Terror is Star Ravens Dungeon. Dear God, Dungeon of Terror. Please, I put the link there. Please subscribe, because she's starting to get that that channel going for sure. And then tomorrow I've got the horror convention. Star Raven, I don't know how the hell you do it. I'm like, I don't know. It's like, where does the time go? I think it was good for me to just sit here on this live and get away from the music. I will play you, since you're right here, right now. Let me play the song I'm working on. It's kind of lame. Oh, but you'll hear the the bad British accent. Oh, let's hear the bad British accent for you. Just for you, Star Raven. Is this the right one? We'll find out. Don't know. We'll find out.
Heel on a shoe that I'm too fine to get into. Real is what I want, but you are not. So bye, I don't need you. Voice in my head, yeah, it's yelling. It ain't fine what you're selling. It's getting boring. I'm getting up and out. Boom. You're taking up every lane, so vroom, vroom. You need to get out of my You are like a heel on a shoe that I'm too fine to slip into. Real is what I want, but you are not, so bye, I don't need you. Voice in my head, it keeps yelling, it ain't buying what you're selling. It's getting nowhere, I'm getting up and out.
Room, you're taking up every lane, so vroom, vroom, you need to get out of my way now. When it's time I hit the road, I don't wanna take you home. Vroom, uh-oh, I hear a car crash.
I used to wind up trapped until I discovered the map. Now I'm no longer covered in red tape, cause I changed up the whole landscape. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningless.
Vroom, you're taking up every lane, so vroom, vroom, you need to get out of my way now. When it's time I hit the road, I don't wanna take you home. Vroom, uh-oh, I hear a car crash.
I used to wind up trapped until I discovered the map. Now I'm no longer covered in red tape, cause I changed up the whole landscape. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningful. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people, keeping me stuck in the liminal. Now life is so much more meaningful. I used to look out for people, now I look out for people. You are like a heel on a shoe that I'm
Hang
too fine to slip
on.
into. Real is what I
Gotta
want,
switch
but
over
you are
to the
not,
other
so
computer.
bye, I don't
Just
need you.
stop it.
Voice in my head.
Yeah, so okay, I'm hearing echoes upon echoes upon. So the British vocals actually supposed to have some what do you call it, treatment on it, but I hadn't I hadn't reapplied it. I was actually trying to use the AI because I pitched it down just slightly, but if I pitch it down any more than that, it gets kind of granular. So you can actually take, with Ace Studio, you can take your audio and throw it in their studio and then say, I want this voice on it, and it will use AI to, redo that vocal. And so I wanted to do that, grab that audio, throw the vocal treatment on it. Can you hear me? Hey, Pallado Creations, thank you for joining us. And Craig Posh, hello. So yeah, this up here, back there, is every track is a different instrument. Vocals. So usually when I do a vocal, you have the main, 2 doubles, and that's like a minimum. And then if you have harmonies, I'll do left and right high, left and right low. So I actually have to re-record each one of those. And it's funny, you just sit there and sing a song, but when you record, you have to, well, you do very well, Star Raven. The only thing I hear with you is you hesitate, and I do that plenty of times. When I have to actually sing something like 50 times, and maybe some people are better at that. It's not about hitting the notes, it's cadence, inflection, and so many things. So, but your vocal range, Star Raven, is amazing. So please, please. Yeah, it is crazy. I've been doing this stuff since the 80s, but Ableton since I would say the 90s on and off. And I really recommend, let me put Tetra's little thing on here. He doesn't need my help because he's got like 235,000 people following him, but hang on. He certainly doesn't need my help, but as far as if you want to get into music, especially on the cheap, yeah, I didn't. Alcohol. Especially on the cheap. Can that work now? Come on. Yeah. So especially on the cheap, there's so many different ways you can go about doing things. You can have a little keyboard such as this. And I don't know, your foray into music, but this is a controller. It has no sound on its own. It's only like a computer keyboard. You can use your regular keyboard. To actually play instruments. But with most keyboards that you get, most controllers, you get a free version of Ableton Live. Ableton is something that I've been using forever. And so that's what he uses. And so that's been very helpful. But I've put plenty of my songs on his live stream.
And I won't be let down.
And his community,
when my
like
hunger
Star Rating, is
strikes,
very embracing and very non-toxic.
I hope you'll be around. The night
I've had
is
a
young,
little bit of
and so
whiskey.
are we.
Whiskey makes me
Let's
feel
take
better.
a trip to find some reality.
So, yeah. So, I usually that song up and get it moving. And go to the chorus and then-
Furious,
So,
burning passion, searching for
yeah, it's been a thing.
my assassin. Strike me fast and deep like an arrow to my heart.
Yeah, you can do that. So
Reaction.
what I find the easiest, like if I'm trying to do a song in a hurry, is I
My
use
hunger
an
like
app
it
called
crowns.
Splice. And Splice, like you can say, okay,
This game I play,
With
I
that-
won't stop, I won't
that
back
particular
down.
I actually
I'm
get
grabbing dreams
recorded it.
voraciously.
Yeah. Your audio is
My
much
hunger
quieter.
knows no
How about that?
bounds.
Sorry if I'm getting away from the
No
microphone.
one
Is that better,
lives
Colado?
Forever, I'm with me
Yeah.
evermore. We can feel
I
our
need,
thirst
like,
together.
Technical support. Sorry. I keep getting further and further away from my microphone. I'm just not even your audio. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting. Hear back from Colada. Or anybody. So, what I was saying is if I know the key a little better, way better. In my ear, I hear it really loud. So if I look at
I know your tricks.
music is a little
You
loud.
know
Yeah.
my game.
I don't know
So
how you
why
do it, Star Raven.
act like you don't want it the same
Sounds great.
way
It's just so
I
subjective.
do?
I figure I'd have to do about 10 of these
Lost in
to
a
really get
state
to a point
of
where everything
this
sounds great. I went live on
desire.
TikTok.
My cravings
and
won't rest.
My ex was like listening. He's like, "Well, your audio is good, or your song is good, but your voice, I can't hear it." Everything's great on my end. It's loud. Music is still overpowering. I think that the music probably, if I looked at it, was a little loud. So that is coming in through. I have two audio interfaces. I have one audio interface on one computer, one on this one. It's so annoying. So I really appreciate it, Pilato, if you can put up with me. I probably won't be using much of that, and I do need to sign up soon. But what I was saying is you can do music on the cheap. You can do so much of the songs that I create. I wonder if the other feed has a better mix. Who knows? What, the straight up and down feed? It's possible. I don't know how YouTube works. That's possible. How about this? If I listen on my iPad, which I was doing, which sounds good, but it really, really depends on your audio device, what you're watching it on. And if I move like even that far back, test, 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 test. Echo, echo, echo. Did I? Oh. No, Echo, I don't need you. How about now? That's what I did. I had to actually end the loop back and turn on the mic. So, and even my mic, watching on a Samsung. Yes, I have a Samsung Galaxy as well. You sound better. The music was a bit loud. Okay. Better. Okay. So, yeah, I have to get through all the technical issues of this. Clearer, but lower volume. Test, test. Yeah, it would be. How about now? That should be, it's right up in the yellow if I talk loud. How's that? I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, what can I use? I'm planning to play with the song today. Ooh. I mean, there's so many things, Star Raven. So, if you're trying to take a track from AI, perfect hands, yellow, red heart. What does that mean? Technical issues. I know it's challenging. I've only ever used Ableton, Star Raven, and Ableton comes free usually. But if you're using CapCut, I mean, just about like I use Premiere Pro for my videos. So you have video, you have audio, yeah. So it really doesn't matter a great deal if you use CapCut or not. I think, let me think here. So if you look at on the screen, I have all those music tracks going, and then I have a separate audio track. And so I think that if you use CapCut, and which I haven't used, I've only used it for those fun videos that just make a thing do a thing. If you can do, the general idea is you do a main vocal and then you do two doubles. So you have to record your main vocal and then you do a double left and a double right. So you have to record those twice. And then you take those and make them a lower volume than your main. So you, and then the thing I've been going back and forth with is I use one audio treatment on the main and the two doubles. Two doubles are left and right, and one main. And then I use the same audio treatment on all of them. Does that make any sense in CapCut? You can move them around. Okay, right? So you do a main, you do a left and a right. Now, if you do harmony, then I do a left and a right high, a left and a right low. And that's basically it. It really doesn't matter, I think, what program you use. The only other thing that is important is the audio treatment. So you don't want to have a lot of reverb. Okay? Reverb is not your friend. Echo is fine. Reverb doesn't allow you to sit within the music. Now, what I've heard of your tracks, that's really not an issue. The only issue I've heard on your tracks is when you're like, in your mind, you're like, I'm singing it this way, but I'm like not sure yet. And it's because you haven't sang it like 50 times. Some songs are like, they come to you right away. And other songs, it's like you have to have that in your freaking noggin, right? So you have to, there's just like a small, like, you'll feel it in here, right? When you're ending on some words. You're recording from the various channels for Dolby. No, I don't even go to that. I would die. Dolby 5.1. I mean, it ends up getting mixed there. It'll mix it for you if you're playing a song on 5.1 or 7.1. I try not, yeah. Very low to no. I don't know what the audio treatments are like in CapCut. But it really, you don't need anything amazing. And your voice is very clear yet. And you don't, just, get rid of, but your voice is still very clear and you have good range. So that's not an issue with any, it's just like when you're singing, when that pitch is like you're questioning it. So you may have to sing it through and sing it through and sing it through. That's the only thing I could say. Because your mix is pretty good to the music, it sits in there. That's the only other thing is like if you're, and that's the thing I struggle with when you have like 20 channels of audio. It's like, where do I put, So I'm either too low or too high. Bad they change the placement of the sound and move it from the place I want. Well, yeah. The place of the sound is never the place I want. I have too many what do you call it? Audio plugins. I generally use Isotope, but I find that you can easily F it up, if that makes any sense. But there's so many different, I've used Cakewalk, I've used Cubase, and everything is pretty much the same. What you see that layout here, the only difference with Ableton is that, thank you, Palato, I really appreciate your patience with the stream. The only difference between Ableton and a lot of others is they give you a different layout. I wonder if it shows it here. So if I go here, I wanted to show the original idea for this track was only 2. It's not because I have it all segmented out. And of course it doesn't want to play now because it's really angry at me. Let me see if it's on here. I started Dance Until We Die out with just with the drums and a keyboard part that I just played. I'm waiting to see if it wants to load or not. Oh, you're not going to do it for me, are you? Yeah, I mean, it was... So, sorry. So yeah, it was just the drums. Oop, not on the right computer. It was just the drums and a bass line. So, sorry, catching up here. And then everything else I added on to that, and I used a program called Splice, which gives you audio loops. If you say, I want this genre, this key, this instrumentation, basically I flip through them and can find like things that work with a thing, and I grab them. So with strings that I did with this particular song, and so I could play this stuff on the keyboard easily. The problem is I have virtual keyboards, I have regular keyboards. I have I have two dedicated keyboards. One's a Korg and one's a God, what the Microfreak. And then everything else is basically software based. So, oh, that sound that I want, or how do I even know what the sound is? I have a bass line, I have a drum, and I have a melody line. What do I use? You know, so with writing music, having Splice, if I want to write a song in a day, which is what I did with that, Splice helps me to find some, arpeggios, strings, a bass line, drum lines. I can do anything I want. I've programmed string sequences, right? So I can do, what was the song? God, it's not going to play on here, but I did a whole orchestral piece. I can do it. Do I sit there and perform and play on a keyboard? No, I can play the keyboards. So, but if I'm on a task to create one, beat, even one beat a day, one song, I always go overboard and create most of a song and submit that to Tatro. And I'll put his little thing here again. To try and win some. Who knows where the hell that went? Okay. You know, I guess it's the just trying to keep up with the thing, right? So, anyway, I digress. I'm just trying to do a thing and my ideal was to be able to play around in Ableton and record my image and then maybe check chat on a separate device. So there would be a little bit of a lag I would be, but the problem is that the capture card still takes resources from my computer with 32 gigs of frickin' RAM. You know, so some of it is that I can freeze tracks, I can do things to lower the resources on the other computer, but I've never had to stream, and Tatro does it all the time. But however, Tatro doesn't like freaking molest the system like I do. I'm like, oh, I want to add this, and then I want to add this, and then I want to add this. So, there's smart ways to go about things. And no, I'm just trying to create a thing, so that's what my focus is. So, I'll eventually learn. Someday. Or not. We'll see. But I better sign off because I have to finish that song. And, that's the other thing that I find out. It's like, oh, that song, it was finished this morning. No. Gothica, that video I commented on about the ring, the visuals, the kind of Phantom of the Opera, or even a David Bowie vibe. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, learning can be good or frustrating and good. I don't have the time. So we'll figure it out though if I keep at it. So double left, double right, one main. One main, one left, one right, minimum. Okay? So you don't have to do double left, double right. It's one main, one left, one right. And then the only time I double it is if I'm doing a harmony. Definitely both. So one main, left, right. That's it. Because if you have a double left, double right, I see what you're saying. Are you calling them doubles? Because I call them doubles. So there's main and doubles, one left, one right. But don't, yeah, okay. Yeah, don't, don't make even more work. It's bad enough you have to do sing it once, sing it twice, sing it 3 times, and pan the other 2, right? So, yeah. And then it's just you have to kind of like tweak it. No problem. You have to just tweak it, and then the only other thing I would say is when you have a hesitation, and that's what you have to look out for, that hesitation where it's not like gelled right here. And that's the only other thing, but your range is perfect. So I can't wait to hear it. Yay. And I gotta sign off, guys. You got it. Star Raven. Anyway, I gotta go, guys. So I thank you all so much for showing up. Thank you so much, okay? Big goth hugs to everyone. Thank you. Bye. Of course. All right, thanks a lot, Pilato.